people that don't.
Bruh, mad respect to bartenders, because like you got to deal with all kinds of characters, all kinds of drunk people and shit, and especially if you're fine and shit, like you got them niggas looking at you and like you know, like fuck.
In New York, like literally, like,
and it's in New York, so like the people there, like the traffic,
oh, people are rude, like, and I was right by NYU, so like literally like equivalent to like bartending like by OU. This was like I got all the college kids on one night, like they would like tip me like a cent, like 10 cents. I'm like,
fuck.
Yeah, I'd have to cut them off, like kick
like,
them
how
out.
did it work with you if people walked out on their tab?
I only had one guy ever walk out like that, and we knew him, thankfully. I think he was drunk and messed up, but like we take their card. That's what I learned, like they don't do in Oklahoma, but like, so like if you come and get a drink, like you start a tab and I keep your card.
I think they're starting to do that now.
Are they doing that?
I think they are.
Because that pink Heather, she fucking.
But she knows you though.
Time, huh?
She knows you.
No. I'm saying like that happens to her all the time. Like we're there at the end of the night with her, and then she's like, "These two motherfuckers just walked down on it." But it's like,
but there's nothing you can do, like, you know. But no,
you can't close it unless you have their card.
Yeah, I mean, because how the fuck.
So if I'm at the bar and I go and I open a tab but don't give you the card, you can't close it.
Wait.
So let's say the first drink, like I get a margarita or whatever, I give you my card, you swipe it, give it back to me and say, hey, do you want to open a tab? Do you still like need to have my card to close that tab?
I technically no, but we keep it, which gives them like an incentive to like get their card back.
Oh, okay. So it's more of
but yeah, I mean, you can still close it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
That's what the bar life. But what I was saying is that when you do stuff like that, like you were saying, your brain is wired different. Like if you sit there and talk to, for example, your dad or your brother that's a Marine, they're not really gonna understand you. Like they're just gonna be like.
That's what we're talking about.
They'll probably just zone the fuck out and not even be like, oh shit.
But because your dad probably more old school, right? So like he's used to that. He's a Marine too?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Did he go to any war?
No.
Okay.
He served for a couple of years. He wasn't like, he's like a mechanic now, but yeah. Okay. So.
But we've been wanting to get a military person that went to some crazy shit.
I found one, I think, at the barbershop the other day. This guy came in and he was like, Did he sound crazy though? Kind of, but it was cool.
It was cool? Okay. Because
like, yeah. He was a cool guy. But yeah, he said basically like, he got enlightened fucking with like psychedelics. He said like after he did psychedelics, he was like, bro, my life has changed, man.
So you think based on what he told you, it fixed him?
Yeah. He says he's way more peaceful now. He's like, I don't know. He's like, I seen some shit, bro. He's like, after
fuck around and get my grandpa some shrooms and shit. I feel like he needs that shit. Fuck. Weed ain't doing it for him, for sure. Especially alcohol. Like, let's not talk about that. Because my grandpa went to the war, the Vietnam War. And I would love to have him here, but I don't know if that's a good idea because it might trigger shit, you know?
Yeah.
How do you handle all that? Like, the party life and drinking and stuff? Are you...
Like, my personal... well, I turned 21 in October. So, I definitely was like... Yeah. I really do like to go to the bar. Again, it's just, that's another thing like I really have to work on is like, you know, trying not to drink every night, especially bartending, like, and working in New York, like, you know, it'd be like a Monday and we're like, all right, let's go.
Let's get shit faced.
Literally till like 4 a.m. And then like there was nights probably for a month straight. We would go out on Fridays and I'd probably get home at like 4 or 5 a.m. I had to be up at like 7 to teach in New Jersey, which is an hour commute. And
it's like when you teach, you're doing all these movements too. So like, imagine if you have a headache, you're dehydrated. Gosh. Oh hell!
At that point, I'm still drunk. Like literally, there was a time I like got in front of the class.
I have another homegirl, and she does dance too. And there was nights where we'd be kicking it, and it's like, you gotta be at the fucking place here, and she'd be like, fuck it. I mean, I can come back and sleep after that.
Yeah.
Like damn, that's crazy.
Like I cannot imagine that. I used to work. Like, and working is more of a slower pace than like dancing and shit. So imagine like, I think that's one thing that I've learned within the years is to control my drinking. So like, I know when to stop and like, I just don't want that like after like experience, like, especially now that I'm so like hella productive. So I rather, even though I might not do anything, let's say on a Saturday I get drunk and Sunday I might not do anything, but still the fact that I rather be good than just spend the whole day just like fuck in bed with Gatorade and feeling like shit, you know. So like I've learned that with within the years, and I don't like that feeling either. It's fucking terrible.
Yeah. But I love that like lifestyle. Like I love like the like atmosphere. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Like I thought about like maybe like when I get out there like trying to do like bottle service or like something, just because I love like, you know, clubs and bars so much.
And how was that like? Because when you were doing the bartender, like you have to be hella active in making sure you get people's drinks and shit. And like I'm pretty sure where you was working, you had like 10, 20 people like, hey, let me get this, let me get that, you know. And like, how did you like, did you ever get to the point where you're like, man, I'm fucking losing my shit?
Oh my gosh, all the time. Like, and it's crazy too. Like one thing I always remember.
Because I go there and when I'm asking for a drink and I see the bartender, they're like, doing this and doing that. I'm like, mad respect, because it's a lot. It's a lot that you have to like remember and the drinks and shit. So yeah, kind of tell us that experience and like
it's so funny because the one thing I definitely remember is when I do get stressed, I remember these like the fucking lights being so bright on you. I don't know why that was always my trigger. I'd be like, God, these lights are bright and people are just staring at me. But the minute like someone waves their card in my face, I'm like, you can wait and you're gonna be the last person to get a drink. Just so you know. Like,
fuck boy.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna serve you if you're gonna act
that's
like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like that, and I get what you're saying, because I used to work at T-Mobile, and like when people would throw me their IDs or money,
no.
they'll throw it at me. Okay, I'll be like,
yeah,
you pick it up. I ain't giving that shit to you. You got me fucked up. Like especially with the change too. Like you throw me the change, I'm leaving that shit there. You know, that's disrespectful, so I really get. You know?
No, there's times.
Fuck boys.
Oh God, there's been a time this guy, he was actually like sitting like outside on the floor, and he was like, "So we don't have money like to pay our tab," and I was like, "So I'm gonna call the cops." Then he like literally was like, "Do you think you could run your card, my personal card, and pay our tab, and I'll Venmo you when I get the money?" And I was like, no. And then he started rubbing my back and whispering in my ear, like asking me. And I was like, I'm about to kill you.
Hey,
don't touch me.
Whisper in your ear. Yeah. Oh my God. So that's another thing too. Like,
what a smooth fella.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
I think that's another thing. Like, did you get hit on a lot? And like, how do you like?
Yeah. Yes. Like
handle the situation, you know?
So it's funny because like even like going back to when I got into pro-sim, we had a class on self-defense because obviously New York City, I'm a girl, whatever. And like the biggest thing they made us like, they really drilled into our minds is like, you have to know the difference between like if men catcall you on the street or in the bar or, you know, on a like at a job or whatever versus like different like sexual harassment and whatnot. So if men like were hitting on me or say these comments, there were times I was like, all right, I'm not going to even like entertain this. I'm just going to walk away. It's fine.